Saavuttiin tänne Tukholmaan nyt 3. kertaa tässä loppuvuoden aikana ja IEM Winter-turnaukseen siis. Ja tuli tuossa viikonlopun aikana tieto, että Markolla on korona ja ei pääse sit turnaukseen ainakaan näillä näkymin. Ja saatiin sitten kuitenkin Maden siihen korvaamaan. Kyllähän se vaikeuttaa meidän peliä sitten jonkun verran, kun ei ole IGL siinä ja pitää vähän miettiä noita roolituksia. Et Maden on siinä mielessä hyvä korvaaja, että on pelannut samoja rooleja, ei tietenkään IGL:nä, mutta samoja paikkoja. Ja se nyt tulee ehkä näkymään sit pelissä, mutta parhaamme tullaan yrittämään joka tapauksessa. Maden saapuu niin kuin tänään illalla ja huomenna on sitten matsi, niin ei harjoitella Madeninkaan. Et siinä tulee olemaan varmaan huomenna vielä Madenin täytyy sitten ottaa semmoinen pikakuvaukset siihen ehkä ja katsoa toi setuppi kuntoon, niin siinä menee hetki aikaa. Saadaan semmoinen tunnin parin valmistautuminen siihen todennäköisesti, että kerätään käymään läpi vähän mitä tehtäisiin, mutta ei tule niinku sitten varsinaista harjoittelua yhtään. Et ei saada niinku pelejä alle oikeastaan, mikä on vähän harmi, kun meni näin myöhäiseksi tää, mutta no hyvä kuitenkin, että saatiin siihen Maden, joka on hyvä pelaaja kuitenkin.
It's bigger one, right?
I don't know if it's bigger. I think it's small. But can you open that window again?
I don't know.
Yeah, NFP. Not a good. The Swedes got the special treatment.
That's what they get good every time.
NFP has had it at least.
At least twice, right?
Yeah, maybe 3 times.
The banana guy is there. CEO of bananas.
It's good.
It's good.
I have to ask you, what do you think about these shoes?
Huh? Wait, it's the small chairman from last time.
Wait, what?
Oh my god.
Meidän gameplani oikeastaan koko turnauksen osalta on vähän semmoinen, että suunniteltiin nyt se, että mitä me saadaan tietoa vastustajista, niin sen perusteella katsotaan, että mitä taktiikoita halutaan käyttää, miten halutaan lähestyä sitä peliä. Ehkä pystyttäisikö me saamaan 50%, koska ei me liikaa voida omia juttujakaan käyttää, että ei me voida kaikkea ottaa siihen peliin tietenkään. Ja sitten meillä tulee olemaan todennäköisesti vähän mixer se, että kuka siinä koollaa eniten, että Joonaksen ja Otanin välillä se tulee pyörimään enimmäkseen ja vähän mappikohtaisesti katsotaan sitten. Mutta sitten siihen tulee tietenkin IGL:n omat ideat ja vähän lennosta mennään. Pitää myös painottaa sitä, että jokainen tuo sinne niitä omia ideoita ja että miten näkee eri puolilla karttaa, että mitä kannattaisi tehdä. Ja sitten sen lisäksi tietenkin Oleg pystyy bossilla tuomaan siihen kanssa semmoista tiettyä lisää, että sanoo vähän, että mistä kannattaa lähteä hakemaan bossilla avausta, niin pystytään tietyllä tavalla rakentamaan siihen gameplanin ympärille ja sitten nämä ehkä niin sanotut vapaat koolit siihen, että jokainen vähän heittelee sieltä ideoita ja sitten siihen vielä päälle timeoutit, niin niiden ympärillä koitetaan rakentaa ja saada semmoinen toimiva paketti nopealla aikataululla. Tätä vuotta, jos miettii taaksepäin, niin silleen olisi tietenkin kiva lopettaa tämä vuosi Markon kanssa ja niin kuin tällä linarilla ja katsoa, että miten tämä kehitys on lähtenyt, jatkunut ja miten se olisi sitten vienyt vielä tämän vuoden loppu. Että tämä on kuitenkin iso ja tärkeä turnaus meille ja majoreitten jälkeen niin oltiin valmistauduttu ja mietitty juttuja, mitä halutaan tehdä täällä. Nyt se muuttuu vähän, niin siinä mielessä on se harmi kyllä, mutta on tämä nyt ehkä sitten tavallaan kuitenkin vaan turnaus muiden joukossa, että tullaan sitten ensi vuonna kuitenkin jatkamaan ja pystytään käyttämään niitäkin asioita, mitä nyt ollaan harjoiteltu, niin ensi vuonna sitten, että välttämättä ei täällä saada kaikkea ulos. Tilanne on nyt tää ja nämä on ne olosuhteet missä ollaan, niin mennään niillä ja parhaamme joka tapauksessa koitetaan tehdä, että pakko se on vaan jatkaa näillä korteilla mitä nyt on jaettu.
So Biotech, chicken fella.
Imagine.
It's VP best of one. Just wanted to try something new. Yeah, and by the way, all maps like you should still say whatever you want to do. Like
And now even more.
Go for the peaks and
Because
I
it's
think
really important that you say what you do, so we can build around that. So we can, if we get an entry, it's a lot easier.
and like everyone should react to that. Like if Oleg says I'm gonna peak here, then people can say, okay, I'm gonna hold a flash for you. I can boost you. I can jump for you. Whatever it is.
Hello YouTube. Subscribe, like and follow for more.
It's gonna be fun.
Let's check our playbook and go through some of the strats. Like Marco showed him a lot on Ancient and Dust 2 actually.
But how much is he gonna remember?
Yeah. But now I can give you fist bumps.
Oh!
So, Pavel, whenever I do this, you call A rush. What time when I do this, you call B rush.
Finally, it's useful.
Then I get banned.
They notice a pattern.
Yeah. 3 rounds in a row. Pavel.
Pavel is calling hero all the time.
Imagine you do this to Pavel and then by mistake you do this to me. And then Pavel like, guys, but you said let's go A, and I'm like, no, you told me B.
Who has the higher voice in the team?
And then Pavel is screaming, no, A.
And we rush different places.
Yeah. You can go back if you want. You're freezing.
Why didn't you lock?
Just my hands. I could be fine if I had them in my pockets, but I wanna finish this game.
Going
What game is
outside.
TFT.
Nice, good to see you. Alright?
I haven't seen them before. Is this your guys' last event of the year?
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Unless someone gives us a slot like blood from last finals.
Yeah.
We can go. But
Donation slot, yeah? Fair enough. Which one? What's your good side, bro? You want your left or your right? You don't care? You got two good sides. That's why. So, first game is a little bit of fun. It's called Sounds of Land. Have you seen this before? So we've got some clips of teams celebrating. If you want to like go back and hear it again, just hit the arrows keys and you can.
Okay. I think the last clip from Hampus was actually probably against us.
I think so.
And they were screaming like that the whole game. So Marco
Maybe he
decided
wanted to pay back.
Yeah, he wanted to give them back a bit
This
of
is
their
this
own
the one where he
medicine.
like just stood up and was like shouting at the wall? Yeah.
Because he wanted it to go towards them, so they hear it better.
Yeah. Okay, let's watch it anyway. Let's find out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
funny.
my God.
But now you're missing that. You're missing that component.
Yeah.
One of you's gonna have to start cheering, boys.
Learning new stuff.
Practice.
He went nuts.
Yeah, you got a fearless leader for sure.
Yeah.
And how long did you have to kind of get made up to speed with how you're going to be playing?
To be honest, only yesterday
No.
we realized Martin is going to come. So this is kind of new. We didn't even prac or anything.
All good?
When is Maran gonna set up the SFA?
The simple game.
You say it lands at midnight?
Yeah.
I think tomorrow at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
And their keys are so nice. They're not like a cherry.
Sexta.
Because I have signature, but it's in Hebrew. I can't do it here.
Who got highest?
Oleg.
Take one small step forward, please. Okay? And arms crossed on the chest.
Well, I felt really great when ENCE contacted me to play the IEM Winter. It was really great opportunity for me, so I didn't want to miss it, so I gave my best so I can appear here, even though I knew that Snappy might play if his tests get negative, but I still wanted to play. Even though it would be one best of one, I still wanted to take the opportunity to play with ENCE guys. It was really nice.
Yeah, 6 hours.
Kuuliko kyllä, että teen ihan niin paljon jopa ehkä B:llä kuin muut jengit. On niitä viimeinen matsi.
3 viikkoa sitten. Ihan ajassa on ehtinyt muuttua paljon asioita.
Niin.
Ikävä.
I think like obviously we shouldn't overthink it. For example, let's say if this works, like we can keep doing it. Yeah, like we don't need to try like we have 10 different sites and we start doing everything. But if something works, we can try to just abuse that for as long as it's work even.
Like, even if you do this, maybe you can even walk instantly.
Yeah,
Donuts through the smoke, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Unless you hear Flit going like donuts, of course, then you don't have to.
Ancient.
As expected.
Yeah.
Were they afraid of us or those monkeys?
Yeah. They were afraid.
But also they know that we're playing with Stanley, so why?
Yeah, it kind of makes sense.
ENCE.
Of course it would be ancient. What do you thought it would be? No way they would give us dust.
I was waiting for Inferno, but then something happened.
If they give us dust, then it would be really stupid for them. Rush long, rush lower. You can do this stuff 15 rounds in a row and it's working.
You can do it on Ancient.
Yeah, but they don't know it. It's our surprise key. Yeah, but I can't play with my shoe.
Yeah, you can take it off.
You can take it off, but you need to put it back on after you play.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Yeah.
That's how we can play like this.
Hello.
I can't have my shoe here.
Yeah.
So.
You put your leg on chair?
Yeah.
Only one leg or both?
What? Only one like that. Only one.
I play like that at home.
You're saying you sit like me. I put the right leg.
I put my right leg under my head.
Yeah, I do the same, but this is too small. I can't do it here.
I can do it, but.
You see how I'm sitting like this?
Yeah, I sit like that as well.
But I'm doing it only on important games. Like on Prague I don't do it because I don't need to be full focus, but on official I do it.
On Prague you don't.
Yeah, like when I'm playing like this, I'm more focused and like better aim and everything, but I can't sit like this on Prague 7 hours, my egg will be in pain.
Lotan on Prague, just chilling. Lounging.
Hello.
His signature that banana was fine.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yes. Oh, it's nice. Kniv.
He's breathing out of A. Unpunished by Jade. Surprising to see him miss a shot like that. An absolute sitter for the man. And Maiden's just opened up the site beautifully. Billy Donut and actually given himself a 2K. But Hades on that long angular sight. It is very quick up the ramp, but so much utility damage being taken there by ENCE as they try to get the space in, and Buster!
Now Hades and Spinks have to try and work this together. Buster and Jame are just far too strong. Oh, Spinks though, on the off angle, is going to be aggressed on, so Hades has got a lot of work to do still. Doto on that flank, finds three through the wall, and now James has to activate himself in this 1 versus 3. That is not going to be the case now, and it is just falling away one by one. Chips it down right now as they get themselves onto this B-bomb site. Bomb plant will come in, but look at the aggression. Buster.
Nice try. What?
Das froze, maar je bent niet in de kill terug zitten.
I played like a dog shit on City.
But you won so many rounds on T, doesn't matter.
But still.
You don't go T alone, kill James, kill him. Yeah, it's nice to win when you have 3 entries.
City was a bit hard for me.
Let's go? Or we wait for him?
Go wait for him. Playing for FPX, standing in for ENCE, having a backpack guts and
You're everywhere, bro.
everywhere at the same time.
You can just go join the Godsend test right here.
After they need a stand-in.
If we lose tomorrow and they're still in the tournament, just go there.
Any stand-in, boys? I have a backpack.
Marco tested negative today, and he's coming here, and then he's taking the test instantly, and then seeing again if it's negative. But if it's
happy for you, boys.
but if the second test is positive,
But why would it be like? Why would they test him again?
If they want beer, just play for your room, if he's here.
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
But he's coming, right?
Yeah,
That's good.
like he's probably in Sweden. He's in Sweden now.
Oh,
So
He's already there?
yeah.
The fuck?
So basically he's gonna test soonish and then wait for the second test.
Why would he do like 2 tests?
It's for ESL, they wanted to do it like that.
Ah.
But yeah.
Well, I'm happy for you, boys. It's gonna be better. You're
Yeah,
gonna
but I
play
think
better.
there is still like a chance that he gets another positive.
Yeah, but I don't think, to be honest. Yeah, so I'm chilling here.
You can be in our platform if you want, like be with us and anytime instead of just
What else can I do? Sitting in my bed for 24 hours?
Yeah. But I think like we could still couple cracks together just to
Yeah,
test.
why not, of course.
Yeah.
Like we should do that definitely.
Yeah.
There is a chance still.
And it's a bit hard for you.
I'm fine with that, I'm just still in the box again. That's so hard.
I canceled the cracks because Marco said he can play in the end. Like
Yeah?
room in a way. So,
He can play for sure?
Yeah.
They allowed
Even-
him?
Huh?
They allowed him to play, right?
Yeah,
That's
even
good.
like if he tests positive still,
Yeah.
he can play from the room. So
But when he can arrive at practice rooms and shit, he needs to wait for another test, right?
yeah, like
So
he
it can't
can't
be
he
tonight or
can't be
tomorrow?
tomorrow probably.
Yeah.
He can't be with us like until it's
So, unfortunately.
yeah.
I know it's really fucked. Yeah, I mean, I don't care. I knew it. Like, that this thing can happen. Like, he even told me it can happen that he can be negative and then he can play, but it's fine.
It's good you're taking it well.
Yeah.
Well, hearing that Snappy got negative test and he will play the next game, at the moment I got sad that I will not play, but at the same time I was pretty happy since I knew that most likely they're gonna perform better with him, because of course they are teammates for a long time. So I was really happy for him that his test was negative and that they're gonna play together once again. So it felt great to be back at Tier 1 scene and play the tournaments again. It was especially really good playing with ENCE guys. The atmosphere was great, like the mood in the team was great. Like it was really great playing with all the teammates, and they like made me like feel like it's home. So yeah, since FPX benched us like 2 months ago, they let us search for another offers. Since we are still in contract, they let us search for another offers, and like I really want to play ASAP, and I'm super motivated and can't wait to play in another team again. So if any team wants to contact me, I'm instantly ready to play. So, yeah.
Hello, Tumba.
Hello.
What a surprise.
Marco.
And thank you, mate.
Hello.
Hello, Marco.
Hello. I'm coach now.
Can we do this?
If you're not scared, yes.
They just come late and we needed them.
But if we do Dignitas, let's agree then
Ooh.
that is the talent.
Hey! 9.
Game.
No way I lost because of this one. From 7-1 though.
Good game.
But all the games we ever played, like including the bootcamp on Finland, it's 14-8 for me.
Cool to keep the score.
We are keeping up. I'm not letting go of one game.
We'll be back soon. Slowly getting there.
But it's getting better, no joke.
The thing is, Lothar, now that I'm IGL, I have to use you instead of Madden. And with Madden, he could do entrance. With you, it's just, I don't know, man.
Well, no, they know about me, guys. They know about me. I can't do anything.
Alec, you better shut the fuck up. If you want me to call some good routes for you on AO, I'm just going to let you my bitch.
Just be ready, like
Yeah.
Messi is spamming all over. Might be someone else also if they run too short, but they would.
But I'll just stand behind center and hit them.
Yeah, and like I mean, mostly at the start of the round.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's
go, boys. Time to clock. Let's win this for Madden. Give him some extra prize money.
Focus is over towards Hardy's side. Just the one flash from Hades, and Sphinx cleans everybody up.
D-Hut. He's just playing that Optimus position. Oh, the Famous goes for 2. Can he find that third? He's just buying some time. Perfect flash support. He's going to need to find his impact even more. He's just steadfast on that line, trying to find the lineup. He's found Mezzi. False positive maybe on the defuse as he goes again. Trying to find that spam desperately through the smoke, and that is the round.
Nice start.
Minutes break, guys.
I probably also shouldn't have walked through that underground in 5v4, but I just figured, okay, if your teammate dies through underground, and I hear that he's like clearing stairs, but I should. The problem was I didn't get through the smoke fast enough.
Yeah.
So
he cleared under.
Yeah. So I think the move would have been fine if I could find my way through the smoke in the first place, but I couldn't. So I had to walk back, look, and then I was like, I should just have stayed out at that point because I lost the timing.
Yeah. But I mean, those rounds will always happen.
Yeah, and you need to take the chances.
Yeah, you can take a chance. Sometimes it works, sometimes not. It's fine. But like these bigger things, something that shouldn't really happen.
Yeah.
And D-Hut playing from heaven. Could be the win condition for ENCE here. Hades finds the first pick on Alex, trying to creep through Hut. Now Fnatic are so far out of position, trying to make their way through, and spots out with the jump peak. And D-Hut's going to clean that one up from Dodo. Finds himself in a beautiful position, and they all just run into his crosshair. He slams the door open.
Start this round, particularly on the back of that tactical timeout. But now, let's take the jewels. Snappy. Doto's going to arrive at Decon, and he's going to go down at 2. So this is now a round that Fnatic are going to potentially win 2v5. Smoothie's got the off angle here.
There's no way. We've seen way too many 2-on-5s, Jim. Oh my God.
You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. As Snappy goes down, that is ENCE knocked out of IEM.
Nice try.
Bring him. Bring him. Bring him.
Look at this guy.
I'll come choose less, please.
Oh, did I call Alex? Sorry,
Usually further.
Yeah, he did it further.
We had 4 practice with doing the last 2.5 weeks.
Yeah. I mean, it's shit.
Because Red Bull and travel here and then Corona.
It's unlucky this corona shit happened. What can you do? What can you do?
Obviously, now that we lost, it obviously is a bit of an empty feeling, especially because you feel like you let your team down by not being here, even though it's out of your control. And I'm just happy and very grateful that Madden decided to step in so that ENCE didn't have to play. And he did a really good job. That match could have gone either way, so good the second. But I obviously feel sad that we are out. This was supposed to be the tournament where we ended on a good note this year, and then like 1.5 weeks ago or so, because of this corona, our prep got completely destroyed, since suddenly we thought ENCE was gonna play, then in the end Madden, and we didn't practice with me, which meant that my individual practice obviously struggled also because I was sick, right? So yeah, obviously it's a bad feeling to end like this. It was a tough tournament in terms of everything surrounding us this time. It's obviously not an excuse to not win, but at the same time I felt like we definitely had better prep for, you know, IEM Fall, the Major, the ESL Pro Leagues, where in all of those we were pretty successful this year. Yeah, I think the first 6 months wasn't the most successful, but it was also a phase where we had to learn each other and build the team. We started from scratch. We had an EPL spot in which we actually did quite okay, apart from like a massive lead on those two, which still haunt me a little bit. But apart from that, we didn't really start playing very well until after the player break. But I feel like that's when we really hit a very solid level for a pretty extended period. We won 2 or 3 Tier 2 tournaments. We had pretty good win streaks on all our maps was above 50%. At IEM Fall we got second, which qualified us into the Major. We got through the Challenger stage, and we also went top 8 in EPL, where we lost to Na'Vi. We got smashed, but it's no shame, considering Na'Vi is smashing everybody almost. So I would say, apart from this IEM winter result, the latter part of the year has been really good. The reason why I'm a bit sad is because we obviously wanted to end on a really good note going into 2022, like solidify ourselves maybe within the top 10 rankings on ESL and HLTV. That's obviously not gonna happen now, but we're still gonna be in a much better position going into 2022 than we were going into 2021, because of the EPL system with the invites. We should most likely get into Katowice, I think, and then we have EPL, so we have like events lined up for 2022, whereas that was really not the case last year. So we built the team into a much better situation, and I'm pretty overall. There's always a lot of things that could be better, and some of it was just unlucky, like this corona stuff in the end. But the latter part of 2021 was satisfying, I would say.